I'm going to give you a word that you can use to re-engage with him. It's a really, really powerful word. Here's what's going on right now. One buyer said something, you ordered some boxes, new buyer comes in, they're going out to bid, you feel pushed around and slighted because, damn it, this was supposed to happen and you ordered the boxes so it could happen on time. And now he feels like he's got to be defensive because he said I'm taking it out to bid. This is not going the right way because right now everybody is like fortifying their positions. He's going to fortify his position. I don't like the way you're talking to me. You're going to fortify your position. Yeah, we'll try paying for these boxes, right? Because that's coming out of my checkbook. It's not a good thing. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you a word to unlock this, okay? But it's also going to require you to check your ego at the door, okay? Because in a situation like this, you can be right in most cases, or we can salvage the business. I'm not saying there's not a slight chance that you can be right and call him and let him have it with both barrels and be like, this is terrible, and he's going to see the error in his ways, right? He might. He's probably not going to, though. It's not going to go well if we keep pushing him, no matter how bad this is on your side. So the word I want you to use when you reached out to him is embarrassed. When there is one word in the English language that's like a universal unlocker that causes people to come to our rescue. And that word is embarrassed. I'm upset causes people to, like, we're going to fight, right? I'm embarrassed causes people to be like, what's going on, right? So when you call him, let's say his name was Tim, right? Hey, Tim, it's Matt over here at Easton University. Hey, I'm pretty embarrassed. There's something I was hoping I could discuss with you. Could you give me a call on my mobile, 720-660-3202? And now you're going to center this conversation not around who's right, not around who's wrong, but around your embarrassment. And that's going to sound like this. Listen, I had a discussion with the other buyer. Clearly, I'm not pointing fingers one way or the other way. I was super excited about working with you guys, and maybe I jumped forward there, and I totally get that, and I own that 100%. But embarrassingly enough, I assumed this was not going out to bid, and I ordered a ton of boxes, and I ordered a ton of materials, and now I have vendors on my end that, I'm embarrassed. I don't have the resources to do this, and I'm in a really difficult position. And the more I think about our last conversation, the more I kind of feel terrible. You're gonna take all the arrows. The more I feel terrible about how it went. And I totally understand your prerogative in wanting it to take out the bid. And I think I maybe, let my nervousness get the best of me. I was embarrassed in that situation because I felt silly, like I was. Where do we go from here, right? And now I think you're going to find, and you might not like this advice that I'm giving you because you're like, I'm right. They're screwing me over. And I get that. But by you saying, I'm embarrassed, right? I heard it as one thing and I own that, but embarrassingly enough, now I have bills and I have this, like, lay it all out on the table and then be like, I'm just embarrassed how our last conversation went. Where do we go from here? And I think the likelihood that he's going to, at least to some degree, unless he's a total sociopath, come to your rescue and go, all right, first off, our last conversation, don't worry about that, right? Like, it's all good. It's all good. Now, I am going to take it to bid, but here's what I'm looking for in the bid. Or he might say, dude, I get it. It's on me. And it's like all of a sudden he's going to be like, it's not you, it's me. I was having a bad day too. Let's just get this one order. You did the boxes, right? Let's just get this one order through. And the next time though, we got to be in alignment with our conversation, right? Both of those scenarios, it works, right? The worst case scenario is he's going to go, I don't know. It needs to go out to bid. And you're just going to be like, totally get it, right? And I appreciate you listening to me. What's a good next step? Right? Well, you need to go, I want to make sure that I do everything possible on this bid. Is there any advice you can give to me? Because again, I'm already vested into this deal, money that is very significant to our operations, and anything you can do to help me, I'm at your mercy in terms of making sure that there's no mistakes as we go out to bid and we're putting our best foot forward. Either way, in those outcomes, from the worst possible outcome is it goes to bid and you don't get the bid, to, hey, let's let this one slide and I got you. I feel like the needle is going to move a lot more in your favor of him wanting to work with you if you lead with, I'm embarrassed. Now, one quick point on this. You're probably going to call him and you're probably going to get his voicemail. Do not leave a 2-minute rambling voicemail about how you're embarrassed. Just on your voicemail say, oh man, I am super embarrassed about something. There is something that I have been thinking about since our last conversation. I'm really embarrassed. Can you call me on my mobile? Right? And make sure that you're having, when you talk about what you're embarrassed about, right? The fact that and I would lay it on the table and not, I ordered boxes. I'm embarrassed. I feel totally stupid, right? Like I have these boxes now and they're very significant cost. Our margins are very low, especially on the coconuts, right? This sets me back like enormously and I own it. It's totally my mistake. And on top of that, like I feel like I had a really great relationship with Scotty or the other buyer was, and things were going well there. And then I feel like because of the stress that I put myself under with this order, I'm kind of embarrassed how I handled things with you, right? And I feel terrible about how our conversation went before. And I totally understand how you got defensive there. And I spoke out of turn and I'm very embarrassed about that, right? You don't even have to say sorry. You don't even have to say you're apologetic. Just say, I'm very embarrassed about that, right? Where do we go from here, right? And you're going to, when you say sorry, sorry doesn't mean anything anymore. Everybody says they're sorry. Way too much. Sorry means nothing, right? So when you say sorry, it means nothing. But when you say I'm embarrassed, it's like it's kryptonite. He's gonna be like, oh man, don't sweat it. Does that make sense? I want you to try that and see where the conversation goes from there. So you're embarrassed, list the things you're embarrassed about, and then just say, where do we go from here, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, total sense. Thank you so much, Matt.
Hey, it's Matt Easton. If you like this video, you're gonna love this. I'm gonna teach you how to close right here, right now. I'm gonna cover all the costs for you. We're gonna get you the closing mini masterclass. I pick up all the costs. It's free to you. I'll cover the $299. Click the link in my bio. You're gonna get access to the class. It's gonna show you how to close anyone, anytime, without being pushy or manipulative. Your life is about to change. We're about to become best friends. Click the link in my bio. I'll cover the cost for you to learn how to close.